All right, we are back with more Pioneer. This time we're playing a new deck, I guess. We are using the Spider-Man cards to go infinite and get value. And we're playing Legends. We're playing Human Legends. We're playing Rona, Inti. We're playing Yera and Oski to bounce our things infinitely and gain infinite life. And the way we're doing all these important things is with Relic of Legends. So this says you can tap a legend and make a mana. So this is in play, then I can tap a creature, excuse me, to add white mana, and then I can inweb the creature that I tapped. It's bounced to my hand. I get my 3/3 into play. If I have Haliya in play and I have two of these, then I can gain infinite life. If I have this thing, I can make infinite 1/1s. I can use Honest Rutstein to make my cards cheaper. Eventually, if I draw this, I can play the back half, and whenever I play a card from exile, it gets counters, it has haste, so maybe I have Inti Rona going, so I'm casting a bunch of cards from exile, and now this is getting bigger. Also, if you can make enough mana, you can use this to buff your board. And then we have Jhoira, Weatherlight Captain, as a way to draw a bunch of cards. We have Zack Fair to protect our combos, another life gain enabler in Zora, and Cecil as just overall solid 1-drop. So yeah, a lot of different synergies here. Rutstein is more just cost reduction. But I think the most important card in the deck is going to be Relic of Legends. Of course, we have Mox Amber as just a powerful mana enabler. Moxen, obviously very good. And then a mana base full of things that let us cast our various humans. So this deck just won a challenge. I figured why not give it a go. Playing it online might be a little annoying, but it did win a challenge online, so should be fine. We'll see. Maybe our opponents will just scoop instead of us having to click a bunch of times. Sideboard, there's some Dennicks. I assume this is just for like Greasefang and red. Jirina, which is a card that can be good against Supreme Verdict, as well as just Graveyard Hate. Loran's nice against Unholy Annex, Fabled Mirror Breaker type stuff. Adima. These names are fun to try to pronounce, but this is just more anti-Supreme Verdict and just a nice little flash threat ice, and this is mostly for control. Haliya for combo and control, and then some Reflector Mage or creature decks, and Kambal for, combo. Maybe traditional red, maybe against mice you probably don't want this thing, but I assume this is just for Phoenix and combo. So that is it for the list. If you guys want to try this list out, I will have an export in the description, and I will see you all in the games. All right, opponent goes first. I don't think these are things we really want in our opening hand. We'll give it a try anyway. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thing that could happen, but fine. Just Rutstein, I guess. Yeah. So against control, probably not a great matchup because you are a deck that just wants to get things on the board, but post board it looks like we've got some decent tools. So we'll try those. Narset's fine, I don't mind that.
My prowess is unnatural, but thoughtfulness before action.
Add a counterspell, okay.
My mind needs a rest.
So I guess we're just gonna hard cast this. And then into web the Rutstein. I think. The mana is nice, but also like Meat Hook Massacre. Well, their hand's pretty bad. Very.
Sorry I'm late. You
Okay. So they play their land, and then their Meat Hook's gonna be for 3. Bad. Good card to resolve, though. I can make this a 4. I'll just play this with haste. What does this say? 4/4. Play land or exile. Can I guess this? Oh, it's not a legend. Okay, shit. Well, I made this very awkward. Sorry. This one doesn't work. So what is my turn? Just pass? That really sucks.
I'll have a better plan next time.
Alright, that's fine. Sorry. Trying to think of my best line, but obviously I was functioning under the assumption that this would make mana, but it's just not a legend, and yeah. Parry again, okay.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Plus, sure.
Hurry. Let me know if you're up for round.
You know what? I could have cast this. God, I suck. I guess, so we're in 4. 5. So it would have been 1 short of lethal. Is there a way I could have gotten lethal? Inti. It's 4. Just tap anyway. So now this is 1, 2, so it's 3, so they get no more lives plus sweep my board. I don't have a cavern, unfortunately. Did I do the math wrong? This is 4? Did they do the math wrong? Whatever. Okay. So we can go Rutstein. If I play this, I get 3. And then I get Rutstein, and I get a 1. Cecil. And then now I get a Rego here. Do I want to Inti or do I want to just do this? Pick up the Rutstein, I guess. I mean, I can keep going. Now I can't. Alright, well, I messed this up. It's fine. Alright, let's name... Who cares? Sorcery. Maybe I name creature, actually, because of the Yorion. Can't name creature. Okay, we're learning new cards. Alright, alright. This game has been weird, because we haven't really... Oh, did I have infinite? I guess I had an infinite board. right? Yeah, okay, so I had infinite here, I just missed it. This game has been weird. I've been like just focused on trying to figure out the beat the things I have. Okay, so now we get rest in peace, we can't infinite, but I believe I could have, what did I pick up with this? A Cecil, so I could have got this and then just made infinite 1/1. So they should be dead, but they might be dead anyway. No more lies. 2, I can pay. Let's tap 2 things though. At the cost reduction. What is this? Overrun. Okay. Okay, well, who needs the combo? Alright. What a bit of a sloppy first game, but what do you expect? Alright, GG. Okay, so or Esper control actually? With Meat Hook. Meat Hook's pretty good against all my things are indestructible cards. But hopefully they just have like one. I guess Kambal's gonna be good. Dennick's probably fine if we're just grinding. They have main deck rest in peace too. What the fuck? I assume they'll leave in the rest in peace. Do I need this against a sweeper deck? I mean, it ended up being good, but I say no. Gaining infinite life also doesn't actually matter because they can just Teferi, so I'm gonna take this out. What the hell else? We're just gonna try to grind. Do I need every relic? How good is this? Do I want to go infinite? So how do I infinite and win? I can't do that, right? It's just like maybe this for Rona Inti? I don't know if I can actually just straight up win against control. Alright, well, I'm gonna go down a Cecil, down an Amber on the draw. I'm just gonna sure how many of these I want. I don't know how important trying to combo them is gonna be. So weird spot. All these cards seem solid. I'm actually gonna take out a relic, which could be enormously wrong, but seems like something that's just gonna be answered a lot of the times, and I sort of just want to beat down. They have void, whatever. They have counter spells. Also, if they sweep me and I just have a relic, I'm not gonna be that happy. So I think against a control deck, maybe that's reasonable, but I don't know. I'm like, if I'm against like mice or whatever, I think I'm always leaving in all my relics. Okay, this hand's a bit loose, but we have Cavern and Plaza. So I'm gonna try it. Also, 2 Caverns is somewhat nice against what is the name of the card I'm trying to think of? Field of the Dead, Demolition Field, whatever. Not Field of the Dead, Field of Ruin. Alright, sunken on white, rest in peace, sure. I'll play an Inti. We got rest in peace, so I'm kind of happy I don't have all the Rutsteins. Or it's fine, right? Like, it's still a 3/2 that makes your things cost less, but game might be hard. My hand is sort of do nothing. Hopefully they don't answer my Inti. But yeah, depending on how many meat hooks my opponent's playing instead of like Supreme Verdict-y type things, makes my life a lot harder. There's so many different ways to build this deck too, like depending on what you want to accomplish in different matchups. Like, there's just so many options. Okay, I will attack. And so we can get Supreme Verdict or whatever. It'd be annoying. But what else am I gonna do with my turn? I want to just use the mana. And just tanking. I don't really know if they're upset that they didn't draw a land or maybe their decision's really hard. There's a land. Again, verdict to me because I don't have double white. Get extinction event. Long goodbye, but we get 2 damage. Okay, not bad. Dennick's a good draw. They just keep it to play it on the board. I'd rather double spell this turn. Yeah, this for this. Just tap all my caverns. Alright, so if they have a meat hook, it's going to be for 3, and then we can flash, or actually, there's a rest in peace that I forgot about. 2 fountain ports, okay. Very sure.
I won't hide from the world any longer.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not.
Then kill the Inti. I have Plaza mana. Deal 8.
How long do you want to wait?
The 3. And then I have the man itself, so I should be able to just hard cast this. And then we have Relic plus tap itself to Plaza. They get a window to do stuff, but they don't have double white. Okay. What's enchantment? Enchantment is, they don't have lands, it's 3. Sorry. This card is weirdly templated and it just breaks my brain. Alright, you're good. Naming Planeswalker doesn't make sense. It doesn't really make sense. I don't know how many things I can name here that have an impact that's relevant, but like, yeah, they don't have the white source and a lot of reasons. Okay, well, not the most impressive, but you know, we'll take it. GG's. All right, opponent goes first. My hand kind of sucks. I think that one was keep. Alright, what about this one? Put back a card, but which one? I think it's just this. Maybe not. Just do like tempo, where we just curve this. Yeah, sure. We'll try that. This is a spider, right? Yeah, so this actually grows this. Okay, this is the combo deck. Okay. Did I mess this up somehow? I Ceciled on 1. Alright, so now I think we Yera and try to slow down like a spelunking. I go Cecil. Okay. Well, I don't know how powerful this is. Could be worse. We're just gonna try to cross the finish line with some mediocre beatdowns. We have a lot of mana, but I don't really know what the hell I'm supposed to do with it. We're close to infinite life. Kind of, I think. Okay, so you get cast. And then what? I can add a mana. Stack this to put a counter. Riveting stuff. Alright, add white over here. And then we can do math. So it's 6 and 8 is 12. Not really relevant, I guess. These are just maximizing my damage. I don't really think they have removal, so there's just gonna be 1 twice instead of 1 once for combat. I don't think so. It's 5, 6, 11. If I can get another Zack Fair, I can kill him. What do they need here? Like escape shift or something? I can just have Plaza up. Your turn. I don't know if they can kill me. Five here. Oh, they're going quickly, so I assume I'm dead. Pioneer. Fun format. We will let them do their thing so people can see it. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're just going to get the lands they need, and then they're going to tutor Illumra. And then Lumer's going to go infinite, and then they're going to deck me. So even if I could gain infinite life, it doesn't matter, I don't think. Because they can, if new Rivulet, infinite times. So yeah, now this land, where is it? This land gets to become the bear, and then they just keep doing this, so. Sorry about the dogs are barking at nothing. So yeah, I'm just gonna concede now. You can kind of see what happened. GG. We're just gonna put Loran and Thalia. Loran can blow up Spelunking. Thalia can, you know, make Spelunking cost more, basically. Escape shift, all that stuff. Alright. Want something fast. I probably want a Rona. Willing to try this, even though it doesn't have all the gas. Rona's gonna loot a lot, so. But I will. It doesn't really matter. Alright, you're go. Oh, could I? I've done anything fancy now, right? So I can go Haliya. This is just a draw. I get 2 less loots, but I get a draw, which I think is worth. Also, I managed to get the Haliya on the back, so. I can see how this deck could beat up on like mid-range and red. This matchup seems kind of rough though. Where like they can just deck me, so I can't really do that much. I just have to like one-shot them, but I assume their deck's Goldfish is faster, and like maybe they're a little bit less resilient to graveyard hate and counter spells, stuff like that. Well, I gotta remember this has a back half. Okay, so I can play a new Rona. Which I guess I just will. Could have attacked first, maybe, but I guess I'm not that worried about it either way. Couldn't have played that land, though. Yeah, I messed this up, because, like, now they just block freely, and otherwise I just get my Rona back, and they can't really block. It's pretty minor. Like, this exchange isn't that bad, but I just have one less card in my hand, so. My mistake. Alright, well, there's Spelunking, so now I can just die whenever they want. That's fun. Alright, loot. Just flip this for 5. I mean, that's probably right. I don't know. What am I looking for here? Like a Rutstein. Might have Haliya. Otherwise, we're 2-turning them. We just have to hope they have nothing. Alright. Probably gonna die, but like, I don't know. Even if I find a Haliya, like, what does Haliya do? What do any of the cards I find do? I think they just lose. They have escape shift again or whatever. Okay. Oh, they had a Lotus Field. This was like Fraction Obliterator, right? No, it's not. Source does damage. It's a land card. Otherwise, I just have beat an 8/8, but I don't want to kill it, right? Because then they get to do this. I'm just tapped though. Trample. 6. That's just Plaza. A lot of Tide Binders. I don't really know why. Like, I don't... Like I said, they can just deck me, so it doesn't really matter if I combo, but maybe there's something I don't understand. Alright, what did you draw? Tremendous. I assume I lost. I swear there was a point in time where Pioneer was fun. I promise. I promise there was a window in time where Pioneer was actually fun. I swear to you. I wouldn't lie. Do they need a Lumra? I'm assuming I'm dead. I don't fully know what's going on. Float, 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 sack. That they hit a Lumra spell? So they're gonna mill. And then they're gonna sack. There's a Thassa's Oracle. There's Gaze as well. So they get to go mill 3 here, and then mill 4 here. The Analyst, I think, just lets them go infinite. Oh yeah, that's state based. Okay, doesn't matter. All right, GG's. Fun gameplay. You know, I don't know. I'm just not a combo deck guy. I don't find it too fun. I mean, I know we're playing a combo deck. I think it's important to like play new decks, play things that win challenges or whatever. But I don't know. Do you guys think the Pioneer ban list makes sense anymore? Like, do you think that Haliya needs to be banned? Do you think that, like, if let's say we're gonna leave Heartfire Hero and Manifold Mouse, right? Like that, you can turn 3 kill if you're Goldfish. You have like Monstrous Rage and a Burn Spell or whatever. Like Uro is a card I always think about where, like, when Uro existed, like the format was very different. Like there wasn't Sunspine Link, there wasn't Graveyard Trespasser. There was just so many different things going on where, like, I don't even know if I'm convinced that the cards on the like, if we're not gonna ban cards, which they've made it pretty clear they don't want to ban anything, I wonder if you could just unban stuff. And like, it's not what I want. It's not like there's just a bunch of toxic cards on the ban list that I think are pretty unfun to play with. But I also just think like most of the decks present are kind of unfun anyway. So like, is playing against Unholy Annex that much worse than playing against Sorin Vein Ripper? It's like, yeah, I mean, Sorin Vein Ripper is way stronger than Unholy Annex, but like Sorin doesn't do that much unless you have Vein Ripper in your hand. I don't know. Like, if let's say this humans deck is good, right? Like, does Kethis need to be banned? Kethis is just like a graveyard combo deck, whereas this one, it uses the graveyard, but definitely doesn't need it. I don't know. Something I've randomly thought about. Maybe it's stupid. Maybe it just doesn't matter. But my perspective is basically that, like, who cares? Like, there's just toxic garbage. Like, am I that worried about Field of the Dead if people are just Lotus Field comboing me? I don't know. I feel like if you unban stuff, at least it would make people interested in Pioneer. Whereas, like, nobody cares about it because it's not supported. But I'm just ranting. You can ignore me. Alright, we drew Starting Town, so I'm opponent's Breeze Fanging, but we're not going to die right away. Maybe beat a Chariot. What do I want here? Just like a Mox Amber? I can play this straight up. I could play nothing. I think I should just play it straight up. Ow. Like, this is Chariot Greasefinger or whatever, but like, if my opponent had a Parhelion, I would have just lost the game. Like, so many games are just over on turn 3. So like, I like, why are the toxic cards banned? Like, genuinely, like, what, does it matter at all? Like, so many games of Pioneer are like this, where it's just like, yeah, okay, the game's over. Like, we're not really playing a game, right? We're kind of just like, we show each other like 2 or 3 cards, and then the game is decided. Like, is Winota out of line at that point? Does it really matter? Alright, pretty good draws. What am I doing though? I think I'm supposed to Jhoira? Maybe not. Maybe I can wait. But this... So this gives me redraw. I guess with the Amber I don't do anything. And 3/3 is like fine at blocking. Jhoira, I don't think it matters. What can I draw here? It has to be a white 1-drop, so I guess I shouldn't. Rona, maybe? It's better off to just block. Oh, really? I didn't trigger this? I guess I did do 2 things. I kind of just assumed I was going to draw a card, but... Well, maybe that's another reason to just do the Rona thing, because I'm missing out on the Haliya. He's Fang attacking. And maybe I'm supposed to trade for the Grease Fang, I don't know. If it's attacking, I assume they just have another one, but... Pass. Why'd you concede? Okay, whatever. Alright. These all stop Grease Fang. Thalia's not good, right? Is this gonna do anything? Not really. Loran's okay, I guess. It's only good if, like... I have the, like, adequate disruption and I don't want to just lose to the Cardassica's Chariot. Like, both of these are going to make their graveyard worse. Like, Dennick's better, I think. But maybe just blowing up. I can kill the Black Overlord as well. We could try, like, 1. I think I could just beat Chariot, though. Like, my deck is just, like, creature value pile. Alright, what am I taking out? So, Infinite Life beats them. I have to click 1 quadrillion times, but it does win. Do I want this thing? I mean, the Infinite Bodies is also going to do it. I don't think they're going to have sweepers. I need this thing. Not really. Zack Fair is fine. I could take out an Amber on the draw. Yeah, I'm not sure what to trim on. Maybe I'll just take out this. Whatever. Good enough. But yeah, I don't know. Pioneer to me feels like it's just not a format for me anymore. Which makes sense, right? It's just like, you know, the older a format gets, the more degenerate it's going to get. So if they, at a certain point, they just decide to stop banning cards, then that's them accepting, like, the format's just going to be more degenerate. We're not going to ban cards. We're just going to let whatever the hell exists. And if you do that, though, over time, it's like, if the power level pushes upwards, then in theory you could just unban stuff, right? But I don't know. I doubt Wizards will do anything. I don't know if they even care about this format at all. Like, I think it sort of makes sense that they don't care about it. I got Leylined and then Thoughtseized. It sort of makes sense to me because it's just like, why? It's not particularly profitable. It's not particularly popular, etc. But can I do anything here? No, right? The next turn we can go this. draw ourselves a card. Dennick plus Haliya is nice too, just because it's 2 power lifelink. Alright. Draw card. Yeah, this is strong. Like, Haliya Mox Amber is nice. Probably never supposed to board on a Mox Amber, right? I think I'm just, like, underappreciating it a little bit. Like, when you're on the draw and you have Mox Amber in your deck, like, if you know, you think, like, you get an extra card, so maybe you don't need the mana sources often, and, like, sometimes you get Thoughtseize or the Disruption or whatever, so. Alright, we didn't blow this up. Which means I can maybe just double spell here. I'm only gaining 2 though. Also Inti. Play a 1. Yeah, we'll just triple spell. I kind of didn't see this line. Yeah, there's some tricksy stuff. I'm sure I could be playing these games better. So do I even want to Cecil? I do want to clock them. I don't know. I guess if I like want to stop a chariot, this is kind of appealing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in love. Kind of distracted, but I'm not in love with how I played that. Yeah, if they have a chariot here, this is a good example of a spot where I would probably be happy to have a Loran. I'm not that worried about this Blacklight line. I don't even have white mana, so. They can pass again, but. Attack, there's white mana. No blocks. Okay. Cecil's funny in this deck too, because you end up gaining so much life. Alright. Opponent just like had a bunch of sideboard cards that didn't really do anything and died. Fair enough. Alright, GG's. Alright. Record one more. So yeah, I think we've been able to combo and I missed it and it didn't matter. And then maybe there was another point where I missed it. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like we've been super close to comboing, but just the individual card quality of the deck I think is part of what's impressive. For like Inti, Rona, like they're just good cards. Even this is like a totally fine rate. Like our opponent's mulliganing a bunch. Yeah, you can just do beatdowns. Like you can just do beatdowns, and if you play against mice or whatever, you can gain infinite life. Stop Thoughtseizing. Everybody's just combo deck or Thoughtseize. It's really funny when people complain about Thoughtseize to me too, because like it's not a fun card. It's a really strong card, but also like the format would just be so wretched if Thoughtseize wasn't in it. It would be so bad. Alright, okay, sorry about that. What are we doing? Playing this. I can attack, right? And this makes white. Bounce this. Look at your hand. Sorry, opponent. Creature. I can't say creature. Alright, artifact. And then this. So my opponent's hand is horrendous. This effectively makes Monument 4 mana, so can't top deck it. I don't have Parhelion yet. If this is Parhelion and they draw Grease Fang, I'll be sad. Otherwise, not too much pressure. I don't have pressure myself, which is one thing my opponent has going for them. I could just sack to pump this. Let's give Hexproof or just Indestructible. 1/1 counter. Alright, discard a card for 3 life, sure. That's annoying. Well, shit. That happened quickly. I was kind of hoping we'd have a moment to work this out, but now the beatdown plan is over. Need something else. Alright, may I go, please? May I look at my card? May I please draw this land and say, wow, what a wonderful time. No? Alright, fair enough. I'd hostage me too if I was playing Grease Fang. I'd hostage everybody. Ooh, hello. Oh, that was a good draw. Yeah, we want to end the web. Doesn't matter. I have a lot of mana, so it's 3, 1. Yeah, I can attack. Alright, well, that was a very good draw. Probably better than their draw. It also makes all my other draws better. Unfortunately, my opponent still has priority and still does not wish to give it up. So, we're just going to rule, sit here while their clock goes down. And I think about how much fun I have playing Magic the Gathering Arena in the Pioneer format. Alright, attack. Think. Please. Nice. Do some emotes. This is a great opportunity. Hello. Greet our opponent. Good game. Okay. Are we going to deal? Oh my god, we dealt a point. Tremendous. Our spell going to resolve. Okay. Our spell has happened. We're getting a spider. Things are moving. Nope. Okay. Oh. Oh. Alright, guy. I think I keep the land. I have 5 here for the activation. And, alright, at least they conceded fast. I appreciate that. If you're just gonna make me sit here, concede fast. Good on you. Alright, so. Loran. We're just done. We're just done. Their house is on fire. Alright, well. Not the most exciting final game, but I think I recorded 4. Normally I record 3 anyway. So let's look at the deck. Was the deck fun? Not really. I didn't particularly have fun playing it. It's kind of boring, to be honest. If you like Rona and looting, it's cool, but it's just a lot of the same things. Do I think the deck is good? I probably think it's good. There's the thing about this deck compared to other decks is like there's so much customization you can do. You can basically play any human. Like you don't even need to play legendary humans. You obviously should because they work well with Relic and Rona. Yeah, it seems powerful. Maybe just like a metagame thing. A lot of Pioneer decks are just good depending on the meta, but the Alenni was pretty good. I don't know, maybe playing a million Jhoiras is right. Maybe this card just sucks. Didn't have that much experience with it, but you can see the spots where, like, if you have Jhoira and you have this, you can just go insane. And you can literally draw your deck if you have multiples. So, You could play the other legendary in a web card if you really wanted. You're always playing 4 relics, I think. Rutstein's good. So yeah, I don't have too many thoughts. I mean, I think this deck is solid. I encourage people to play and work on it if you like this sort of thing. But I assume it's gonna change like 4 or 5 cards. Like a lot of these cards seem like obviously good to me, like Haliya, Cecil, Zack Fair's okay. But like Rona, Inti, Rutstein. I don't imagine these numbers are gonna change too much, but some of these other spots, and especially this sideboard, I think could develop. It just depends what you want to beat. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you like checking this deck out. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.